Welcome back to Leeds Lately for, of course, the live Watchalong of Leeds United versus Burnley at Turf Moor. Over the Pennines from Leeds for this one. And, a game where if we win, given the fact that Sheffield United lost 3-0 to Hull and the fact that Sunderland drew as well, Leeds could really do a good job here by winning this game. Going another 3 points clear would be unbelievable for us. Welcome to everybody who's joining us. Welcome to our Leeds Lately members. Chewy put one in before saying, feeling knackered, hoping to stay awake, marching on together, all Leeds, aren't we? And that was Chewy's member for 11 months post. So thank you so much for your continued support, Chewy. Of course, we've also got Karen Curtin in here. We've got Rob Wetzel. We've got, who else have we got? We've got Martin Sykes as well, who's just recently become a member. And is that it for members for now? We might have a wild CB poking around somewhere. Maybe. Not quite yet. But anyway, yeah, welcome all of our normal subscribers as well. Appreciate the continued support. Leeds, like I said, hoping to go on and get another victory today, which would be great for us. I'm assuming that Justin O'Dell, who got married the day after the last game, is probably still on his honeymoon, so we might not see him tonight. But yeah, Rob Wetzel pointing out Burnley is a brick wall because I think still only 9 goals conceded by Burnley, and 100 likes for a Leeds goal is what we've got to do. If we get 100 likes, we get a Leeds goal. CP's, but I heard that, Max. Wild. Yeah, I that was weird, that, wasn't it? Because you weren't actually in the chat at some point, but I felt like you were there, and maybe I've just got a sixth sense, a bit of intuition that you were there. I mean, you are here every game, which I really appreciate, so it's not that hard of a guess for me, but the timing was pretty odd. Somebody said, so there's Martin. Martin said, what's your prediction, Max? Now, I went on Not Another Leeds podcast on Friday night, and I said there that I thought it might be a 1-1. And to be honest, I wouldn't be totally averse to getting a draw here. They do not concede goals. Look, the other thing I said was, though, at some point, Burnley are going to ship 3 or 4 in a game. Because that always happens, doesn't it? When someone's got a fantastic defensive kind of resilient record, at some point someone scores a load of goals past him, and all the posts from Sky and all the other outlets are like, Burnley had only conceded 9 goals to this point. They conceded 4 tonight, etc., etc. So I'm hoping that that's tonight and we score a load of goals, you know. Turf Moor is a stadium I've been to before. In a couple of seasons ago, I was up in the stand near the top for that game in the Premier League against Burnley a few years ago. So I have been to the stadium. There's a cricket ground right next to it, which we went to before because I think they just good bit of parking there and stuff. Random, pointless information, because if you're here, then you're not at the game anyway, so you don't need to know about parking, so I'll shut up. Anyway, Justin O'Dell, who I just mentioned before, Justin, I said you got married, didn't you? I hope everything went well. I hope you had a great day, and you and the missus are going on your honeymoon now, I'm assuming. Is that what you mean? From Monterey, California, and hope the Wi-Fi works the whole time. Me too, because it'd be a shame if it went off, wouldn't it? I've had things like that before, where you're trying to watch Leeds and the Wi-Fi is just doing your head in. But yeah, welcome back, Justin. God save maybe this is the day. I hope so. Martin saying 6-0 then. Yeah, look, I hope so. But do you guys agree? I feel like that always happens. Someone who's got a great defensive record, at some point they ship a load of goals in one game and everyone goes, oh, bloody hell, that's like half the goals they've conceded throughout the rest of the season. So yeah, look, I'm hoping for that tonight. We'll have a little look at the lineup now, because some people were mentioning it before I came on live. So Meslier in goal, Bogle, Rodon, Ampadu and Byron make an unchanged back four. In front of them, though, is the one change to the team where Gruev comes in for Rothwell, and he's going to sit alongside Tanaka. Now, people were mentioning in the chat that this could be a bit of a negative move. It depends on what Farke's got in his head and what Gruev's got in his head in terms of what he wants him to do. Because for me, Gruev in pre-season was a different animal, and he was getting forward, and he scored that goal, didn't he? I can't remember if it was against Hanover or it was one of the pre-season games where he overlapped and dinked it over the goalkeeper, or put it round the goalkeeper. Can't quite remember which. But he is more than capable of getting forward and getting those in those attacking positions and providing attacking threat. Decent free kicks as well. Obviously, we all like Gruev and think he's a good player. But the point people are making is maybe he's a little bit more negative than someone like Rothwell. But maybe it's going to allow Tanaka to get forward a bit more, or a combination of Tanaka and Gruev to get forward. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to look in the opening 10 minutes and see what... Yeah, there you go. God's saying Tanaka can stay ahead of Gruev as the attacker. Yeah, I think in the opening 10 minutes, a good thing for us to all keep our eye on is Tanaka and Gruev, and see how they interact with each other, see how they play, because hopefully it's not as negative as we might think. Because I think in the home game against Burnley, we took the game to them, and we really should have done better in that game, and I think we deserve to. Welcome everybody who's joining us. Welcome. Chat's starting to fill up now. Everybody coming in and taking their seats. I like to imagine it's like an old-fashioned cinema, and everybody's coming in and taking the seats. People at the back just coming in out of the rain and going, "Oh, yep, sorry," just shuffling in at the back and quietly taking a seat. Martin's like saying rain in Burnley will stop in 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't know whether it would be an advantage or a disadvantage for us to have a bit of a slick pitch, a bit of a wet pitch, because we do like to move the ball a lot, don't we? We like to make a lot of passes. You'd like to think that we'll probably dominate the possession as well today. And so if you are trying to move the ball quickly, sometimes a slick pitch, like a little bit of a wet pitch, is good for it. But there's like a threshold where it goes too wet and then it holds up in the rain. That's almost like when it's waterlogged, though. So hopefully we've got that happy medium that works to our advantage, where we can zip the ball around quickly without having to slow down for passes. Gareth Hobson, who's bringing the ice cream round at half-time? Yeah. I've got to say, it is nicer. Hold on a second, I've got to cough. It is nicer going to an old-fashioned cinema, but I went to one not so long ago. It was on New Year's Eve. No, it wasn't. It was after New Year's Eve. Anyway, I went to see Nosferatu at an old-fashioned cinema, and it was really nice in there and all the old red cinema seats, but honestly, there was no support in that cushion on the chair. It was so uncomfortable. My coccyx felt like it was like just completely dead. It felt like it was going to never rise again. I've realised I've said many things there that could be made into jokes. Not welcome. Thanks. I've been thrown by that. Thanks CB for being a member for 15 months. I really appreciate the continued support on that front. And Martin Sykes, making me aware that I did say some things in those sentences that would have fitted in a Carry On film. But yeah, we should be only about 5 or 6 minutes away from kickoff now, with Leeds hopefully taking the game to Burnley. Another thing I need to just quickly mention, like I always do, is please refrain from posting about goals before I've reacted to them, just so that you don't spoil my reactions. Or actually, to be honest, the most important thing is that you don't actually spoil the game for me, because I want to watch it live, essentially. Now, the corners since last goal, 80. Some people are arguing that last corner that we scored through Tanaka counts as a goal from a corner because it's still the same phase of play. We're not Opta here, so we're not being dead accurate with it in terms of the letter of the law. What I'm saying is, I actually want to see a corner come in and someone head the ball straight in the back of the net. That's, to me, scoring from a corner, Whereas it bouncing back and then having a shot and then flicking it in. Do you get what I mean? Like, I want someone to actually meet the ball in the air and score a corner. That's what I'm counting. Robert Wetzel saying Burnley have only conceded 4 goals at home in the Championship this season. Yeah, well, like I said, it has to come to an end at some point, so hopefully that's tonight. Welcome, Isaac. I missed it when you came in. Isaac saying, let's get it, big game. Absolutely, especially with the points dropped by Sunderland and Sheffield United as well. Welcome to the stream, mate. What? Is someone not... 9 minutes. Okay, Martin, yeah, you're going for 9 minutes for my first yawn. Do you know what? 9 minutes into the game, is that what you're saying? Yeah, I'll meet the ball with boot. Yeah, it must be you, Pierre, because I've been talking for a good 10 minutes now, and if I was muted, I'd be absolutely fuming. I think it must be your device, Pierre. So maybe if you close the stream and open it back up again and close the app and everything, unless you're watching it on a computer, in which case maybe just check your settings that it's coming right out of the right thing. Yeah, we'd all be squawking. Robert Wetzel's saying Burnley doesn't really concede after 60 minutes. Well, the thing is, Leeds score a lot of goals after 60 minutes as well, though, don't they? So that maybe is something that we can point towards being one of them's going to have to win tonight, aren't they? One of the things is going to have to disappear, like our good goal scoring record after a certain time in a game, or their non-concession after a certain point in the game. One of them's going to have to go away, so hopefully it's theirs. Now, a couple of familiar faces in Burnley's team as well, because Jayden Anthony, who was of course on loan for us last year, is also in their team. I can't remember about Connor Roberts. I'm sure he started the season for them, but I'm sure maybe saw something about him getting a transfer recently, maybe, or is he actually in the team? Anyway, absolutely, Robert Wetzel, the immovable object meets the irresistible force. CB saying, by the way, I'm a year older than I was when I was last here. Yeah, happy birthday then, CB. I'm assuming you had a birthday, not anything extraterrestrial. I don't know what that means. Yeah, happy birthday. Turning 22. Because you're all 21, aren't you? Yeah, they don't score that many goals, though, Burnley, apart from when they scored 5 against Plymouth. But then Plymouth are easy, aren't they? Players all heading out onto the pitch now, by the way. Is your birthday on Saturday? Only 36 all season. Yeah, our away record isn't great, but I think we just need to. Realise that you can put an end to that with one performance. So Trafford in goal for them. Connor Roberts at right back. Egan Riley, Esteve, and Humphreys make up the rest of the back four. Humphreys, who we were linked with Bashir Humphreys in the summer. You've got Cullen and Laurent in the midfield with Jayden Anthony, another familiar face. Josh Brownhill in the 10 with Foster out on the left and Zian Fleming up front. Sarmiento on loan from Brighton. You've also got Joe Worrell, who transferred from Forest as well, and I'll put the Leeds lineup on the screen now. Here you go. You can read that there. I'll tell you who the substitutes are because we've already gone through the starting lineup. Substitutes: Darlow, Firpo, Rothwell, Ramazani, Joseph, Gilavogi, Nonto, Schmidt, and Verber. That's Darlow, Firpo, Rothwell, Ramazani, Joseph, Gilavogi, Nonto, Schmidt, and Verber. And unchanged, apart from one player, we are from the last game, and that is Gruev replacing Rothwell in what some people think might be a little bit more of a negative midfield. But in the opening 10 minutes of the game, we're going to have a look and see how they actually set up next to each other. Connor Roberts, 15 appearances, 1 goal on loan to Leeds from Burnley, February to May 2024. Yeah, Roberts played for us last season. Scored 1 goal. I think in terms of performances, Bogle's probably outstripped him in a Leeds shirt. Leeds in the yellow away strip in this game. Dan James, 7 goals and 4 assists in 22 championship appearances this season, which is, of course, great stuff. Robert scored that all-important first goal against Leicester. Oh, yeah, that was in the home leg, wasn't it? Because in the away game, it was Georgie Rutter scoring from a corner, wasn't it, that won us that game 1-0. Should be kicking off in any second now. Just remember, just a reminder before kick-off, please refrain from posting about goals before I have reacted to them to avoid spoiling my reactions and avoid spoiling the game for me, essentially. We should be getting promoted. We should be kicking off very shortly. Hopefully that was a Freudian slip of good proportions and Leeds do get promoted. Just about to kick off here, so I'm just getting ready to start the timer. Make sure you like the stream, everybody, because you know that if we hit 100 likes, we score a goal. Here's Tanaka playing the ball back to Ampadu and then back to Ilan Meslier. Now here is Rodon giving the ball back to Meslier. Here's Ampadu. Rodon. Good ball out wide now to Bogle as he steps over the halfway line. He's being tracked there by Forster and his pass towards Dan James is cut out there and dealt with easily. Here is Foster with the ball now coming down the left-hand side. Bogle trying to stop him. And a good foot there by Bogle. But the ball's still back with Burnley here. Now Connor Roberts. All the way back to Trafford now. Long ball forward here from Burnley. Headed away by Byram. And it's going to be a throw-in just outside the halfway line for Burnley here. Yeah, Jaden Anthony and Connor Roberts are both playing on the same side of the pitch, which you could have easily seen in Leeds United shirts last season. Ball down the line here by Humphreys. Good ball out wide here for Anthony on the right-hand side. Solomon's having to come across and mark this one. The ball comes into the box, cleared away by a combination of Gruev and Byram. Now poked forward there by Ampadu, but a really poor ball. And now they can pick the ball up again. Here's Foster. Tries to get the ball back across, and Rodon's able to clear that one into touch. A little bit of a panicky start by Leeds whilst Burnley are on the ball. But hopefully that's just first couple of minute jitters and everything settles down shortly. Welcome, Josh Rowley. Welcome here as long as you're not abusive to anyone, basically. So you can chat to us and we'll be very obliging just as long as you don't be a knob, basically. Those are the rules. Cullen tried to play that ball forward there, but it's rolled all the way through now to Joe Rodon. Now Ethan Ampadu stops on the ball and drops it back off to Tanaka, who's dropped between the two centre-backs at the moment to provide an extra option. Oh, another poor ball by Ethan Ampadu there, picked up by Jaden Anthony down the right-hand side. A little flicked on ball by Fleming there is taken away. And now Piru plays the ball into Jayden Bogle, who's sprinting down the centre of the pitch here. Here is Jayden Bogle coming towards the edge of the box. Tries to play it towards the back post. It's made it there. And Piru goes to shoot, but it is blocked away there. And now Jaden Anthony tries to come away with it. But he has fouled Solomon here, and it's a free kick to Leeds just on the edge of the box. I'm not sure, to be honest, Clive. I think... yeah, he potentially could have played it down. Yeah, Chewy, it's probably Gruev range because it's right on the edge of the box, but it's on the left-hand side of the box and Gruev's left-footed, so that's not always the easiest to execute that one. You want it kind of swinging towards the top corner, don't you, if you're going to shoot? Aronson, Piru and Gruev are the three stood over the ball now for anyone not watching the game. Burnley have a three-man wall, of which they've just stepped back onto the referee's line. Yeah, Ampadu's passing has been a little bit off, hasn't it, Marcelo? It's been a little bit wayward, and he's having a go at other people for it when I think some of them were definitely his fault, but see what happens with this. No, you know what I mean, though, Pierre. Not being a knob to other people. Aronson goes to shoot with a free kick. It's actually hit straight into the wall, and the referee blows his whistle anyway for an offside, I think. That was the most pointless free kick I've ever seen. What a complete waste. You may as well have just passed it to the wall and turned around and got back again. Martin's like saying cagey start, probably not a huge surprise with so much at stake. Yeah, absolutely. It was always going to be a little bit like that. If Burnley win, they won't go top. Let's have a look at the championship table. No, if you win... you'll be level on points with us, and our goal difference is better by 7. Knocked back there to Foster, but taken away by Tanaka, and now Dan James running into the centre of the pitch. He's fouled there, but advantage played, and Aronson can sprint into the Burnley half here. Maybe a bit of a chance to open them up. Here is Aronson, out wide to Solomon on the left-hand side now. Chance for him to knock the ball back here to Byron. Byron goes for a cross. It comes out to the edge of the box, and here's Tanaka, who looked like he was going to shoot but didn't. And now Bogle on the opposite side of the box goes to shoot and slices that one over the bar. Poor shot there from Bogle in the end, and a little bit of bad decision making is what let us down on that break. But there was definitely room in there, wasn't there? Clive mentioning that we're finding a lot of space between the midfield and the defence as we were charging forward. There was definitely space in there to come forward. Yeah, Bogle he's leaning away from it on his weak foot and trying to hit it towards goal, and he was always just going to slice that. No, we just completely sliced the ball. Here's Bogle. Now Tanaka. Yeah, except against Plymouth. Apologies, I'm just plugging my mouse in so it doesn't die. Leeds just lost the ball on the edge of the box there, and it's going to be cleared now. Leeds with the ball on the halfway line here. Now Tanaka. Tanaka gets the ball back again now. Ampadu. Here's Gruev. Rodon. Back across to Ampadu now. Does look like Gruev and Tanaka are kind of swapping what they're doing. It seems to be that one of them will drop between the two defenders and the other one will be the central midfielder. Ooh, James tried to play it into Bogle, who tried a little flick there. It didn't come off, but it has been cleared by Cullen for a Leeds throw-in. Tanaka, out wide now to Bogle on the right-hand side this time. Bogle inside to Dan James. James tries to poke it back to Bogle, but it's cut out there by Humphreys, I think, and now cleared. Rodon's header wasn't convincing, and now Fleming can get on the ball here. Fleming has been fouled by Tanaka, and it's going to be a free kick just inside the Burnley half. Yeah, we are seeming to be getting quite a lot of time and space in the midfield, and Pierre's saying that we are making an effort to score early. I do think if we can get a goal early, as admitted by the fans themselves, they aren't great at scoring goals, so I shouldn't say that, should I, whilst they're on the attack with Jayden Anthony. Connor Roberts, Anthony again, tries to cross it into the box, headed, goes past the back post. Poor header in the end from Fleming. It's a good ball into the box there from Jayden Anthony to Zian Fleming, to be honest, but the fact that Rodon was nowhere near it is a little bit worrying. We're playing in the yellow away kit. Ampadu with a left-footed ball forward, but it only goes to the central defence here of Burnley. It's our nicest kit, definitely. Here's Bashir Humphreys down the left-hand side. Knocks that one back into the midfield, though, as he decides it's not a good idea to try and take on Bogle. Long switch out to the left-hand side here, out to the right-hand side, sorry, headed away by Byram, and then Byram comes in again for a second time to take the ball away. Does really well. Piru plays it first time to Aronson, who's trying to keep hold of it and eventually does by knocking it back to Joe Rodon. Here's Gruev now on the left-hand side. Out to Manor Solomon. Inside now to Byram. Back to Gruev. Back to Solomon again. And now inside to Tanaka. They're very well organised, Burnley, in two banks of four at the moment. Very rigid. Got 115 people in the chat and only 57 likes. If we can get that up to 100 likes, that's usually when we score. Solomon just ran the ball out of play there. I've got to say, like, as much as Solomon has been playing well recently and getting his goals and assists and stuff and taking people on, I do notice so much sloppiness in his game that is inconsistent with the stuff that he is capable of. Because things like that, where he just runs the ball into touch or takes a terrible touch or passes it to a complete wrong place, they happen all the time. Here's Bashir Humphreys out on the left-hand side. Good tackle there by Aronson, and it's going to be a Burnley throw-in, actually. Farker can't believe his eyes. Absolutely right you are, Jesse. There's science behind it. 100 likes equals 1 Leeds goal. Here's Connor Roberts. Back to Trafford now. And then out wide to Bashir Humphreys again. Humphreys in the centre here and then knocks it long into Josh Laurent's path, but picked up by Meslier in the end. Easy enough for him to deal with. Here's Ampadu. Now Tanaka. Now Gruev. Ampadu again. Across to Joe Rodon. Ooh, Dan James tries to play a first-time ball back to Bogle on the overlap, but nothing coming off for him there. Not sure what. Oh, I think the ball just went out of play there, so it's going to be a throw-in just outside the technical areas for Jayden Bogle to take. You can hear the Leeds fans really getting in the voice now. Bogle throws that one in. Long ball forward there towards Joel Peru, who's going to challenge for it. Can't quite get hold of it, though, and Humphreys can clear that one away again. Here's Cullen. Back to the defence again here for Burnley. Here's a Stev. Bogle can bring that one down. Nice touch from him, but bullied off it really there by Bashir Humphreys, and it's going to be a free kick to Burnley. Welcome Rad Music Chat. Welcome Ben to the live stream. Another one of our Leeds Lately members. Here is Estev out wide to Humphreys. Estev gets it back. Estev gets it back again. Now he plays it out wide to Humphreys on the left. Dan James putting a little bit of pressure on that just forces him to go back again to the defence. Leeds are starting to step up a little bit as Burnley try and play out from the back. They've done quite well to turn out from that situation there. Here's Connor Roberts. Back again to Brownhill. Into Fleming, who's come deep for it. Now Cullen. Cullen to Laurent. Aronson's got the ball back, though, now. No worries, Ben. Attendance is not mandatory. Here's Tanaka. Yeah, the pitch does look good, actually. I hadn't thought about that, really. Well, they've just been in the Premier League, haven't they? So they're going to have to have kept it to a certain standard. Here's Zampadu. So remember when our pitch needed replacing and it was getting awful towards the end of our... It was towards when we were getting relegated, wasn't it? Here's Bogle. Now Ampadu. Tanaka. Back to Rodon. I think it is going to be a little bit of a game of chess, this one. It's just who can... Dan James in the box. Dan James goes to shoot just across the face of goal. Unfortunate there. Just needed a better contact on it, Dan James. I never really believed that it was going in, I don't think. He always needs at least one miss to get his eye in. Dan. Good little touch from him and then just, yeah, not quite good enough. Yeah, it is a shot, but Solomon should have been in there at the back post, really. Here's Gruev. Out wide now to Solomon. He's got Anthony and Roberts coming to mark him. Good ball there, though, by Byram into Aronson. But Aronson does have to turn away from the defence and give it back again to Byram. Now Solomon again. Gruev calling for it and receives it. Back now to Ampadu and Tanaka. Now Aronson. Good little foot in there. Now Tanaka gets it back. Gruev down the left-hand side. Can he find a good pass here? Now Aronson. Good little bit of space there. Unlucky there. The ball through was on but was blocked away, and it's now going to be a Leeds throw-in. No, it's going to be a Burnley throw-in. The Burnley goalkeeper is Thogden, so... Yeah, it was an interception that time, though, to be fair, Clive, but I know what you mean. We are tending to be making a rod for our own back in terms of our final pass. That time, it was an interception. Yeah, I don't even know what brand it is, to be honest, Ben, that jacket. It's the one with the weird stripes on the arm. Jaden Anthony's just run the ball into touch there to some sarcastic cheers from Leeds fans. Byram just getting ready to take this throw in. Byram takes a long throw down the left-hand side. Piru pushes over Roberts, and it's going to be a free kick here to Burnley. Just on the halfway line. He takes it backwards anyway. Here's Trafford. Stev. Now to Anthony. Back to Riley. Now Cullen. All the way back to Trafford again. Long ball forward here from Burnley over the top. Byram can deal with that one, but it is going to go out for a throw-in for Connor Roberts to take. Here's Humphreys out on the left-hand side. Left-footed cross comes into the box, headed past the post, and it's going to be... Oh, it might be a corner kick. Zian Fleming is wearing that thing that went viral on TikTok. It's basically two little patches here on your nose that have magnets in them. Oh, it's a goal kick to Leeds. They have magnets in them, and then you put a plaster that bridges your nose like that, and the plaster has two magnets there. So basically it goes like that and opens up your airways more. It's supposed to be good for sleeping and exercise and things like that, and it's like opens your nostrils a bit more than they usually would be to try and help you with breathing. I don't know if it works or not, but Zian Fleming is wearing it. Anyway, here's Humphreys down the left-hand side. Back to Foster. Cross into the box, headed away well by Ampadu. And the ball on the edge of the box now. Back to Jaden Anthony. Jaden Anthony again. Good foot there by Gruev. Oh, Aronson couldn't quite keep that one. It's just supposed to be for if you need help breathing, stop you snoring as well, apparently. Here's Bogle. Bogle gets pushed over there. It's going to be a Leeds free kick. Yeah, it's just a tiny little... it's just a tiny little leg past the leg kind of foul. Yeah, it's out on the right hand side, and it's Solomon and Gruev have stood over it. Hopefully a good delivery here. It's going to be Solomon to take. Whipped in, headed away by the first man, and then Dan James has a shot, and it's up in the air here. Ball bouncing around. They still haven't managed to clear it. Ball back into the box. It's going to bounce up into the goalkeeper's hands. Given away, though, straight away by Burnley, and Leeds have got the ball back here through Jayden Bogle, who intercepted that one. Now Gruev. Welcome, Namasaya. Welcome to the stream. Here's Gruev. Here's Rodon. Just carrying the ball forward now, Rodon. On a bit of a run. Good little ball there into Aronson, who tries to get it back to Bogle, but it does get tackled or deflected away there, and it's actually going to be a throw-in out on the right-hand side. Thanks, Nama. Appreciate that. Here's Aronson. Cross to Bogle. Bogle getting ready to try and cross this one in, but no, he knocks it all the way back here now to Rodon. Now Ampadu. Ampadu again. Melee. Long ball forward for him. Good challenge there by Gruev, but Burnley have won the ball back. Here's Jayden Anthony with a good touch. Knocks that one back to Cullen now. Now Connor Roberts. Here's Stev trying to charge forward here. Good foot there by Dan James, but Leeds don't manage to actually fully get the ball back. Connor Roberts. Fleming. Back to Anthony. Knocked back here to Roberts. Now Riley across to Estevan, now out wide to Bashir Humphreys. It is a little bit of a stalemate. This one so far. Leeds are, would say, out of the two teams, trying more to actually open up the opposition and score. Does seem like Burnley are sitting back a little bit. Ooh, terrible clearance there, and it goes straight to Tanaka. Here's Solomon, who takes a touch back, gives it to Tanaka again. Tanaka with a nice little ball out wide to Jayden Bogle. He's up against Bashir Humphreys. Bogle, back to Tanaka again. Yeah, it's going to be a bit like that, Rob, isn't it? Move for move. Here's Bogle trying to get the ball back into the box there, but it's actually going to be a Leeds throw-in as it's deflected off Bashir Humphreys. Burnley very much happy to sit back and counter, says Robert Wetzel. Yeah, they do seem to be a little bit play on the break. Which, I don't know. I think if I supported a team who had just been relegated, oh, good ball there. And then Bogle trying to get the ball back across. It's bouncing up and it's headed away at the back post by Connor Roberts, and it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. I can't remember what I was going to say then. Oh, yeah, I think if I was supporting a Premier League team that just got relegated and I was sitting back at home trying to play on the break against a Championship team, I'm not sure how happy I would be with that. Short corner here. Solomon crosses it in, headed away. Still to the edge of the box, though, and Leeds can get it. Terrible ball forward there by Leeds, and it's just gone out for a goal kick. Farker doesn't look impressed. Well, I think it must just be that pass from Bogle there, because I think it was him anyway, but it was really poor. Long ball forward here from the goalkeeper, picked up by Leeds. Tanaka feels like he was definitely fouled there, and I think he probably would as well. Here's Tanaka. Bogle clears that one forward. Offside, though, against Dan James, who never needs to be offside, so that's disappointing. Long ball forward here from Burnley. Byram now sends that one forward, but again we've given the ball away. There's definitely chances for us in this game. Definitely chances for us to open them up and score. Here's Jaden Anthony out on the right-hand side. Maybe this is a chance for them to open us up. Solomon's stopping him the whole time, and he's going to give away a corner, though. It's going to be a corner kick to Burnley here. I actually do think that was a goal kick there. Came off Anthony last. Some pushing and shoving in the box there, is there? I'm not sure what it's been stopped for. Solomon's got himself a yellow card for talking back to the ref. Taken to a short corner to Roberts, who tried to shoot there with his left foot, but a bit of a disaster class in corner taking this game's been, because the ball's now just gone out for a throw-in. I understand what you're saying, Isaac, in that situation, but I get it from the referee's point of view, because once a decision's been made, there is no point arguing against it, because the referee's not going to go, actually, do you know what? You made some good points there. I'm going to change my decision. The referee, once they've made a decision, of course, not counting VAR, is never going to go, oh, I'm going to change my mind on that. Once they've made the decision, just shut up. There is no point having any kind of argument after that. There is no point. If someone keeps fouling you over and over again and you keep complaining about it, just calmly say to the referee, will you please just watch him, because he keeps doing that over and over again. That's all you need to do. Just the arguing with the referee after a decision's been made, it's never going to achieve anything. So if I was a referee, I'd be giving them a yellow card. Here's Melier. Gives that ball to Ampadu now. Now Byram. Ampadu. Rodon now. Yeah, exactly, Pierre. It makes sense, doesn't it? Here's Tanaka. Now Ampadu. Tanaka. Tanaka gets it back again off Ampadu. Tanaka's going to come forward now and give it to Aronson, who drops it back off with Rodon. Where's Martin Sykes at? I just did a yawn, 32 minutes and 53 seconds. Oh, James tries to play a ball forward there for Joel Pirou, but it just is too heavy for him. It was the right ball, just the wrong pace on it. Remember, guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button. one, it helps me out, and two, when we get to 100 likes, we score a goal. So there's an incentive there. There's definitely an incentive. Here's Stev. Now to Humphreys. Stev again. Into Cullen. Out wide to Stev. Yeah, just remember, CB's just reminding people, just remember what it says in that corner there. Now Piru plays it out wide to the left-hand side here for Solomon, up against Roberts and Jaden Anthony. Tries to get a ball into the box, Solomon, but it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. Thanks, Martin, as long as you remember that. Gruev, ball into the box. Oh, bounces over everyone there. I think you just must have a personal issue with Joel Peru. Here is Peru actually in the box, free falling, because we're playing against a team who've only conceded 9 goals all season. He can't do much more than what he's done so far, is getting himself involved, but Bogle tries to poke that one back forward there towards Joel Peru, but it's cleared away by Trafford, the goalkeeper. And that long clearance is going to go all the way through to Melier, who can head that one over to Sam Byram. Here's Ampadu. Ampadu knocked there from behind, and Burnley fans getting a little bit riled up by the fact that they kind of nearly took the ball off us whilst playing out from the back, but they didn't really. That's all they've had to shout about, and now they're singing "Come on, Burnley," when they nearly fouled Ampadu and Leeds kept possession. I'm not sure. That's kind of a sign of how much they've really threatened so far in this game. Here's Ampadu. Here's Rodon. Now Dan James with the ball down the line here for Bogle. Another ball forward here. Oh, tries to get the ball back in the box there, Joel Piru. And I think it's going to be a Leeds throw in, just prevented by Josh Laurent, I think. Here's Bogle. Yeah, probably, Isaac. You're probably right there. Here's Tanaka. Lovely little chip ball forward there, but it's gone away from Bogle and he can't quite get on it. Humphrey's taking his time over this throw-in. One back by Byram there. It's going to go out for a throw-in right by the corner flag, or is it? No, it's going to be a goal kick. Humphreys shields it away from Dan James, and it's going to be a free kick. Yeah, sometimes, Isaac, you need somebody like Ramazani, somebody capable of just basically shifting the ball to the side and having a quick shot, like a snapshot, like it's done like that, like what he did against Norwich, I think it was, wasn't it? Or was it against Sheffield Wednesday, actually, where he kind of spun, and you thought the chance had gone, and he just went bang, in. That's kind of what you need. Here's Josh Laurent. Back again here to Estev. Estev knocks it forward, and it's bounced into the arms of Ilan Melier, who can gratefully grasp that one. Leeds could start again from the back. Burnley have scored 17 goals less than Leeds. 17. Here's Bogle. Tries to play the ball forward to Dan James. Dan James trying to play the ball to Byron. Byron fouled in the box there. Come on, referee. He's taken down, surely. I thought that was a penalty. The ball comes over, he chests it down, and he just gets run into and knocked over. There's no way that he could have stayed on his feet there, so surely being knocked over is a penalty. I don't understand why there was not even any complaints, really. Yeah, look, you've got Nonto and Ramazani for when Burnley are tired, so you've got good options in that attack. Just not a good striking backup is the only thing we haven't got. Here's Ampadu. Rodon. I want to see the replay back, Karen, to be honest, because to me it looked like a penalty. Gurev. Ampadu. And to be honest as well, maybe a penalty would be a good chance of us scoring in today's game. Isaac saying Firpo could come on as well. Yeah, I think he would help the situation defensively. Defensively. From an attacking point of view, Bogle tried to cut the ball back across there to Piru, but didn't do a very good job, and now he's fouled Humphreys. Yeah, it's strange that we haven't had a replay of that penalty shout, isn't it? It's very strange. It's almost as if they're not showing it to us on purpose. Oh, it's about to be shown to us now. He's onside. He comes into the box and just gets... He gets an elbow across... It is a pen. He elbows him in the chest and shoves him to the ground. What? Why is the commentator saying that that's definitely not a penalty? I think it is a penalty for me. It's not the most stonewall thing you've ever seen, but he knocked him over. It's not a shoulder-to-shoulder because Byram couldn't have possibly stayed on his feet if he wanted to. He got rammed into. Well, that's good, Pierre. At least they agree with me. Ampadu's down, and then Fleming takes a wild shot at it and flies over the bar. Oh, I think Fleming elbowed Ampadu there in the neck or the chest or something. Yeah, it is because he hates Leeds, because he's just said that there was nothing wrong with the Zian Fleming challenge on Ampadu either, even though he just backed into him and put an elbow in his bloody Adam's apple. Melier then to take this goal kick. Sends everybody up the pitch and sends it long. Tanaka wins that one back though. His Rodon is going to play it all the way back to Melier. Melier sends that one long. Dan James did get a header on that, but not enough to direct it to a Leeds player. And now, when the ball came back, Rodon, all he could do was chest it into touch in Daniel Farke's technical area, and it's going to be a throw-in here to Bashir Humphreys. Long ball forward here from Esteve, but not a very accurate one. But Byram ends up just heading it into touch. Welcome, Mr. P. Welcome. Hope you're well. Throw in here to Burnley for Connor Roberts. Thrown back here to Riley and then across to Esteve. Out wide now to Bashir Humphreys. Here's Riley again. There's a long ball forward there, but Leeds have cut it out, and now Bogle can clear it. Stev heads it away from Aronson, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Just a couple of minutes left here before half-time, and been a bit of a cagey one, hasn't it? It's been a bit stop-start. Burnley probably have had the better chances. Leeds have had a lot more of the ball. I don't really know what people are expecting Peru to... Like, if he scores a goal, then yeah. But in the situations that he's had so far, he hasn't had any chances, so there's not much that we can do. I just don't agree on Mississippi. I just don't agree on Joel Peru at all. I think... I don't know. I don't know what you're actually expecting of him. The striker role isn't what it used to be. It's not just score and you've had a good game. Absolutely big Chazza. A striker is only as good as what he's provided with. He's not got any kind of chance so far, and what he has done, the ball's come to him and he's knocked it first time and kept the ball moving quickly. He's been playing well, Peru, I think. Long ball forward here from Trafford. 1 minute added on to this first half, by the way. 1 minute added on. Leeds can try and come forward here through Aronson. Aronson down the right-hand side. He's trying to charge forward, and it's going to be a throw-in, I think, to Burnley, but right by the corner flag. Leeds mark their options right. There's maybe a chance for to cross the ball into the box. Burnley are going for a 7th consecutive clean sheet. That's ridiculous, isn't it, really, in this division? It's a ridiculous concession standard to set. Well, that's the end of the first half. Those of you who might be new here, let's just stop that for a second. Those of you who might be new here, we do a little bit of a PC restart at halftime, so the screen will go black whilst I take a short break. If you want to join us for the second half, come back and I will obviously be back live again. So don't go anywhere. Or if you do, make sure you come back before the second half. And also make sure you hit that like button as well. So I'll be back shortly for a comfort break, as Chewy calls it. And yeah, get yourself a brew or whatever you want to do. And we'll be back for the second half shortly. And we're back. I think quicker than we usually are, but yeah, they're just analysing how it's a little bit... At times it's a little bit attack against defence, and defence is winning at the moment. They have kind of limited us pretty much. We had that Dan James chance, but other than that, we haven't had anything really too clear cut. And I think that their chances through Zian Fleming were a lot better than what we've had so far. So we've got to be careful of them playing on the break and getting crosses into the box like that. But we've also got to make sure that we take our own chances if they do come for us. So, yeah, second half is on the way. It won't be too long. Clive C saying we need to shoot from outside the box. They're happy to let us have it and pack the box. We need to get 4 of the attackers up against the back 4 and let Gruev and Tanaka have shots from the edge of the box. At least, even if it's just to make them think about it, Clive, as well, just make them think twice about not coming out of the box. Because if we start having shots from distance, they're going to start to realise that they have to try and close us down. If they have to try and close us down, that means they're going to come out of the box and leave holes in behind them, which hopefully means that we could then play through them. But like you say, if we aren't taking any shots from distance, then we're not actually having given ourselves kind of 2 ways of scoring. We're only trying to walk it in. Oh, so that's what was going on. People were saying that's where it came from. Martin saying that it's Mozart's birthday today. That's why so many random things just came into the chat about birthdays and stuff. Yeah, look, I think there's a potential we can win this game. It's very much in the balance, and if we score first, we're very good at holding on to a lead. So hopefully we can do that. Yeah, Ramazani is someone who will shoot from distance, and with Solomon on a yellow card, you're not going to want to get him sent off, so I'd imagine he might be pulled at some point because of that. Mr. P saying, we are trying to play through a packed defence. We need to move the ball faster and switch play. Burnley are inviting us to go down the right. Look how much space they allow, and we've just been poor. Yeah, you got Dan James going down there, and some of the passes to him haven't been fantastic. They need to be better in those situations. But see, this is where we disagree though, Mr. P, because I think that one person who always does keep the ball moving fast is Joel Piroux. I think he's very good at getting the ball moving quickly. He plays first time. He plays almost as if he's a bounce pad, like you play it off him and he just plays it straight back to you or plays it straight to the next person. He's pretty good at playing those balls quite quickly because he wants to keep it moving so that he can then run into the box and try and get on the end of things. So free falling, for me, I would suggest it would be Solomon because he's already on a yellow card and you don't want to get him sent off. So maybe in the 60th, 65th minute or something, I would then take Solomon off for Ramazani. Maybe a little bit later on, Dan James for Nonto, or played Nonto through the middle. Maybe try a few different things. But this is where, see, this is what I'm talking about. When I talked about a few weeks ago or a week ago or so, I said I think we need a striker that is a bigger striker, a bigger target man, and somebody who can win headers in the box because it gives you a different perspective on how you can attack. Because if you've got somebody like Piroux, you can't knock crosses into the box really, but you're going to try and play through and get it to his feet because that's where his best shooting opportunities come from, his feet. If you get a attacking forward who is bigger and stronger and a little bit more of a aerial threat, you've got a whole new category of shooting you can go for, and you can actually start putting crosses high into the box and hope that they can challenge for it, and you probably get a few more goals per season for that. But I just don't feel like Joseph offers enough different from what Piroux does, and he doesn't do well enough with it that I think I would like to see a different striker come in to try and get in that role. You seen a repeat of me, Martin? What? Maybe if you go down to the bar at the... I'll have to type it because he won't see it, will I? Let's go at Martin. If you check the bar at the bottom, it might not be live, and you'll drag it all the way to the right. Thinking we might be back on very, very shortly. Players aren't back out on the pitch yet, actually. Liam Delap. Where's he at the moment? Plays for Ipswich at the moment. And what's the move with him? Looks like Spurs are potentially wanting Liam Delap, so I'm not sure there'd be any chance that we'd get him. Liam Delap. No, it doesn't look like there's any chance we'd get Delap into the Championship. No worries, Martin. We should be back on. Players are heading out of the tunnel now, so we should be back on before too long. Burnley nearly 600 minutes without conceding. Yeah, it's 7 games or something like that. It's ridiculous. 1 second. I'm back. Yeah, minutes, that is, not meters. Yeah. Look, I don't think we can be bashing our players too much for not scoring in the first half against a team who scored 9 goals all season and haven't conceded in the last 7 games. Thanks, Martin. Or I just thought it was a shoulder challenge maybe or something, Clive. But, I mean, it was so much more powerful than a shoulder challenge. He couldn't have stayed on his feet if he wanted to, Byram. And that's what I keep going back to in my head, is that there was too much force on it for it to be a regular shoulder barge. If you're new here and you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit that big red button down below. And of course, as well, hit that notification bell so you don't miss when we're live or when I upload a video. It was Jaden Anthony that could have given away the penalty as well. Back underway here. Here's the lineup for any of those of you who did miss that before. Long ball forward here. It's going to be a foul on Jaden Bogle by Josh Laurent, I think. Oh yeah, certainly if they go down and we go up, there's definitely a chance for that goals. But I just mean this season, there's probably not. Yep. Oh, we're over 100 likes now, so we should be scoring a goal sometime soon. Thanks everybody for liking the video. Well, the stream. 100 likes for a Leeds goal. Thanks, Mr. P. Thank you so much for a super chat. 100 likes for a Leeds goal. Mr. P says, hopefully we score before too long. I don't know why there's a drop ball. Not sure what happened there. Ball out wide now for Connor Roberts is going to try and cross it in. It's gone low off a deflection, but it's been cleared away by Ampadu. Headed on weirdly defensively there by Riley, and it's going to be a Leeds throw in. Byram to take it. Here's Tanaka. Back to Byram. Now Tanaka tries to flick it down the line. Looked like it could have been a handball, but nothing given, and now the ball's back with Burnley. Here's Estev. Now Humphreys. To Foster. Cleared away there by Trafford. Ooh, that looked like it was going to be a really nice half volley ball, but Leeds do cut it off. Now Ampadu has it. Tanaka, Gruev, into Aronson. Aronson's touch lets him down, and now Burnley have the ball again. Humphreys goes back to Riley. Riley now out to Connor Roberts. Roberts with the lofted ball down the line. Anthony's trying to get on the end of it, but Ethan Ampadu does really well there to get that ball to Byram. Ampadu looking for a chance to clear it. He does send it out left to out right actually to Dan James, but it bounces over his head and goes out for a Burnley throw in. Yeah, I mean, I said coming into this, Pierre, that I thought a draw wouldn't be the end of the world, but given the fact that Sheffield United lost and Burnley drew, it does make you think you want that win so much more, doesn't it? Because we're not desperate for it, it's like, I don't know, it's a weird situation to be in. It means that we might not push it too much if we're happy to take a draw. Dan James was chasing down James Trafford there, but he does send that one long. Peru nearly in here, but can't quite get on the end of it as it bounces through. Yeah, sorry, I meant Sunderland drew. Isaac, you're right. Yeah, it's just a shame Peru is so slow. Here's Estev. Cut out there by Tanaka. Now Peru gets it back again to Tanaka's wrong-footed by that, and now Josh Laurent can try and play it out to the left-hand side for Foster, but it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. I thought you were just farting in the bath, CB, until you put the bit in brackets. Trafford at the moment. Someone just let me know if you're back, because I want to thank Kiwi, but I want to make sure that he can actually hear me before doing that. Sound's gone. Yes, back. We're back. You're back and I can hear you. Okay, yeah, sorry. Thanks, Kiwi, for that super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks you so much for the super chat. It's your first one, so it's coming up with the little balloons and the one. So thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Helps keep us going. Thanks so much for that. It wasn't your fault that the stream broke. My computer decided to fall apart, but there was a good ball there forward towards Solomon, but cleared away last minute by Riley. But yeah, thanks so much for the super chat. And I am back now, so yeah, welcome everybody back. We're all here now. We're all here. Ball down the left-hand side here for Solomon. Solomon looking to cross the ball in the box now, maybe. Plays a short ball instead, but it's cut out there. And now Burnley are going to try and play out. It's going to be a foul there by Byram, and I think... Oh, no, Gruev it was actually on Anthony. It's going to be a free kick to Burnley. Out in their kind of right-back position. Oh, I forgot that the game time falls off a cliff as well. Hold on. Right, I'm going to go... The screen's going to go black now, and I'm just going to have to try and... I'm going to try and get it to the right time, okay? So I am still here. That'll do, that's about right. There we go, that's about right. About 3 or 4 seconds behind what I'm actually seeing. So we're synced now, should be. Cleared there by Humphreys. Long ball forward. Headed away well by Rodon. Now Tanaka's got to deal with it. He does really well there to get the ball to Bogle. So calm. Tanaka plays the ball back there to Ampadu. It was a little bit of a dodgy back pass. Now Rodon. Back to Melier. Now Rodon. I feel like the audio's on loop because all I can hear is burn Burnley, burn. I don't know if that's what they're saying, but it sounds like burn Burnley. Burn Burnley, burn Burnley. That's what it sounds like. Prefer Rothwell over Gruev. You might see that change, to be fair, Smith. You might see that change. Here's Byram. Laid back now to Ampadu. Now Gruev. Now Rodon. Oh, it was a good idea by Rodon to play the ball out wide there to Dan James. He's just ahead of him, and not even he was quick enough to get on that one. Solomon's won the ball back here for Leeds, and now Aronson with it. Might get copyright struck, Martin. Ball out wide here for Solomon. Played back to Byram. Now Aronson. Gruev. Ampadu. Here's Solomon. Tries to cross it in towards the back post. It's still bouncing around in the box. Oh, Bogle just misses at the end. I think the referee's whistle had already gone for an offside. Was it Solomon that was supposed to be? Oh, no, it was Piru that was offside. But, I mean, it didn't... He headed it away anyway, the defender. But Leeds missed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Leeds have won the ball back here, and Aronson's now charging forward with it. He's got Tanaka outside him. CB saying, hope this won't break the stream. Looks like it hasn't so far. Thanks, CB, for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Just giving it a few seconds before we guarantee that it didn't break the stream, CB. Looks like it didn't. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. Super chats really, really help this channel keep going. Here's Tanaka. Oh, good turn there by Tanaka. Oh, Tanaka kicked from behind there. Is the referee not going to give him a free kick? Tanaka went to kick the ball and got kicked from behind. How on earth is that not a free kick? And now Dan James does... he's going to get himself a yellow card there because he just slid in and took Riley out as he was on the break there. I mean, Burnley players came charging over to Dan James, and the referee was like, I must protect Dan James at all costs. He just got himself in the way. He just tripped him there. There was nothing malicious in it. He just tripped him to stop the counter-attack, which how many times do we see that? So Dan James gets himself a yellow card. So that's both wingers on a yellow card, by the way, just to remind you. Both wingers on a yellow card, so... there's a good chance that we see Nonto and Ramazani come on to replace those two. Humphreys back to Esteve. Yeah, I'd imagine so, Robert. Egan Riley with a long ball forward here. It's going to bounce over everyone and go out for a Leeds United throw-in. Unfortunately, right by our corner flag. Roberts give Ampadu a playful little shove there. Burnley are bottom 6 in terms of creating chances this season. But what matters is that they're top 1 by a mile for keeping the ball out of the back of their own net. Martin Sykes with a £5 super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Martin. Like I said, those super chats keep us going here at Leeds Lately. But yeah, I really, really appreciate them. So thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. Oh, Leeds are in here down the left-hand side. Here's Solomon. He's been caught up here, but he needs some sort of support. But in the end, he's going to win Leeds a throw-in. Yeah, maybe he should have tried to shoot across goal there. Here's Tanaka. Tanaka with a great ball into the box. It's gone to the... Oh, Aronson, if he just couldn't quite take it with him. Mr. P with the super chat. Thanks so much for the super chat, Mr. P. Mr. P is saying, has Farke set us up not to lose today? There's an argument for that, certainly, Mr. P, I think, because bringing in Gruev for Rothwell is maybe a sign that he has done that. I also don't think that we're not trying to score, though. I do think we are attempting to score, but maybe we're being a little bit more conservative than we would have been usually in a game, i.e. we're trying to score, but we're not pushing too hard for it just in case we get counter-attacked. Tanaka tries to play that with ball forward for Bogle. Bogle's going to attempt to keep it in, but he can't. It's going to be a free kick to Burnley as Bogle knocks over Bashir Humphreys there. But yeah, I think he's set us up not to lose, but I do also think we are trying to score. It's just that they are very, very good defensively. Yeah, I think subs are going to shape the. I think subs are going to shape the end of this game. To be honest, I think Nonto and Ramazani are going to come on, offer us an injection of fresh legs and pace and power, and I think potentially you're going to see one of the two midfielders get taken off as well. Rothwell potentially coming on in there because he's the one that's more attacking, isn't he? I wouldn't imagine it's going to be Gilavogi to come on. Tanaka does so well there, and now Piru does well as well to poke that one forward towards Aronson, but it's actually hit off Aronson for a throw into Burnley here. Bashir Humphreys is going to take it. I said before the game, though, that a draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world, but I would like us to win because it would be nice to try and stretch that gap. Typical top of the table encounter. Yeah, maybe. And Mr. P saying, had it not been for the defensive requirements, I think Firpo might have come on, or may still do, but if only if Byram ties. That's a good shout as well, Mr. P, because I think you get 5 subs, don't you? I think we'll make 2. I think the 2 wingers will get replaced. I think Rothwell will come on for either Tanaka or Gruev, and I think Firpo might come on at left back for Byram. I think they might be our 4 substitutes. Here are Burnley coming down the right-hand side now. Ball with Jaden Anthony. Now Roberts. Tries to play a little reverse pass, but Solomon's going to get there before him. Cleared that one out for a throw-in. I think it might have been Gruev, actually, who made that challenge, not Solomon. Ball thrown into the box here. Flicked on one more and then shot across the face of goal. He was offside there, Jaden Anthony, but his ball across the face of the goal was very, very dangerous. He was onside by a mile, Jaden Anthony there. He was onside by an absolute mile, but no one got on the end of it. No way he was no way that he was offside. Oh look, Rothwell's going to get warmed up. I think Nonto's getting warmed up as well because I saw his shirt stretched out on the back of a chair, like his actual match shirt. He's number 29. Here's Piru. Drops it off nicely to Tanaka. His hold-up play is good, Piru. He drops it off and then gets going. Tanaka with a poor ball, but Leeds have picked the ball up again through Jaden Bogle. Coming down the right-hand side. He's been fouled all the way and now Oh, has the referee not given a free kick for that? What is wrong with this referee? The linesman's also shaking his head and saying it's not a foul. What do you mean? And now Bogle's going to get himself a yellow card for complaining. I bet you that's what the cheer was whilst we were watching the replay. Yeah, Bogle's now got himself a yellow card. This referee is a joke. Oh my God. This referee is horrific. Like, really bad. The yellow cards that we've got for dissent for Solomon and for Bogle have both been because they were arguing correctly that it should have gone the other way. But Clive's right. We are getting silly yellow cards because, like I said before, once it's gone, and you're not going to change the referee's mind, so no point getting yourself a yellow card by arguing. Having said that, we can objectively look at it and say the referee is absolutely shocking. Here's this Dev. Back to the midfield here, and Leeds just trying to win this one back. It's a bit of head tennis at the moment, but a ball over the top here. Leeds are going to have to try and deal with it, and it's going to be a foul against Ampadu. What a save by Melier. It was offside. It was a foul on Ampadu by Jaden Anthony. The ball's dropping over the top. Oh no, it was Rodon who tries to head it away. Anthony fouls him, adjudged by the referee. Let's have a look at this. He kind of just he pushes him a little bit. He then takes a shot, and the goalkeeper makes a very good save. Meslier makes a really good save there. Yeah, he is, Clive. Leeds looking like they're going to make a double change here. Actually, it looks like it's Ramazani and Joseph are the ones that might be coming on, you know. Rodon with the clearance. Going to bounce all the way through to Esteve here. Please plays it to Bashir Humphreys. Back to Esteve. Now Leeds win the ball back here. Here's Tanaka. Good foot from him. Good feet from him, should I say. And here's Dan James. James with a little ball through. Oh, it would have been a really good ball, but it's going to go out for a Leeds corner kick there. It literally bounced off the corner flag, so that's why I had to wait. It's Don Goodman. Yeah, it was a good save by Meslier, wasn't it? It really was a good save. Somehow saved it with his feet, and it ended up going over the bar. Looks like it's going to be Gruev to take this corner kick. Yeah, you're right, Clive. I've listened to him before, but obviously half listening whilst commentating. But I've never noticed it as bad as this in a game. Hello, we should be back. Sorry about that. I did disappear. Let's just carry on with the game. Let's not even mention it this time. Apologies, everybody. Anyway, nothing happened, but Leeds have substitutions. Mateo Joseph has come on up front for Joel Piroux, and the other substitution is that Laji Ramazani's come on the left-hand side for Manor Solomon, who is, of course, on a yellow card. So Joseph with a poor touch there, but it's going to be a Leeds throw-in anyway from the Lyle Foster clearance. Sarmiento is getting ready to come on for Burnley. Here's Bogle. Now Tanaka. Bogle again. Now Ampadu. Byron. Bit of a loose ball from Ampadu, but Leeds managed to keep the ball. Yeah, I managed to get the clock back, Pierre, as quick as I could. It's about 5 or 6 seconds out from me. It's 5 or 6 seconds ahead of what I'm actually watching, but I think Jaden Anthony might have just got himself a yellow card there, or at least a warning. Lyle Foster is coming off. I've done the timer. I've done it. Sarmiento on for Lyle Foster. He was at Leicester last season, wasn't he, on loan? Sarmiento. Oh, no, he wasn't. He was at Ipswich on loan last season, Sarmiento. Here's Tanaka. Now Rodon. Here's Byron. Back again to Ampadu. Do. Ampadu still on the ball here. Rodon. Ramazani knocks that one back to Gruev. Gruev into the feet there of Byram eventually, and now back to Gruev. Here's Ampadu. Rodon. Ampadu again. Gruev. Good ball forward there to Dan James. Can he get the ball in the box? Dan James up against Bashir Humphreys. Left foot. Good ball into the box there from Dan James. Ramazani can't quite get there at the back post. I don't think he needed to go for a header there, Ramazani. I think he needed to go around Roberts at the back post and try and get his foot on it. If you watch that back, you'll see what I mean. I don't. He's trying to go over the top of Connor Roberts there and head it, when really I think what he needs to do is just go around him and try and finish it with his feet. Yeah, really good ball in, wasn't it, Clive, from Dan James there? Really good delivery. That's what we need a bit more of. We haven't really had that, have we? Clearance there from Burnley, and now Ampadu heads that one. But has been picked up by a Burnley player here. Here's Fleming, who tries to play it back again to Connor Roberts, but good foot there from Leeds. Free kick to Burnley there. Good challenge by Ampadu. Referee stopping him playing it quickly as well. I'm not sure that was a free kick in any way. Oh my God, the commentator's agreeing that was... I was checking because I heard the cat meow, Martin, and everybody likes the cat, so I was thinking that she was going to come in, but then I turned around and she wasn't. She wasn't there. I think it was a... Yeah, nothing wrong with the tackle in any way. But the thing is, Gurev and Ampadu are still remonstrating with the linesman, which it's not going to make him change his mind. Just keep yourself out the book. Oh yeah, it's only because we've got 99 concurrent viewers, Kiwi. That's why. If we get 100 concurrent viewers, that's when it then works. By the way, just be prepared that my computer may crash again. For some reason, some games if I've restart at half time, it'll just be perfect through the rest of the game. Today, don't know, something in the air. As it stands, we're 3 points ahead of Burnley and 2 points ahead of Sheffield United. Yeah, which can only be a positive thing, Karen. You're right, but a win would just be massive, wouldn't it? It really would be massive for us. Having said that, at the moment, we're going to have to defend. Ball comes into the box. Ooh, Meslier came out then when he shouldn't have done, and it flew towards the back post and went out for a goal kick. But I wasn't happy with what Meslier did then. Yeah, you shouldn't ever half commit and then... Yeah, that was a bit dodgy. Meslier then plays that one out to Rodon. Leeds can start to build from the back now, almost coming into these last 10 minutes. Gruev, Tanaka. Good ball out to the left-hand side here for Solomon. Oh, Byram actually tries to play it inside there to Joseph, but ball's not a great one. But Byram does luckily get the ball back now, and here's Ramazani. Oh, Ramazani overruns that one and the ball's just taken away. Humphreys plays that one back to Trafford. I think he's just going to send this one, and he does. Headed away by Ampadu, I think it was, or Byron maybe. Leeds trying to keep the ball there, but it's gone out wide. Oh, terrible touch from Bashir Humphreys. He does well, though, to recover. But Leeds do have the ball back. Here's Bogle. Now Aronson. Come on. The pass needs to be better. Mr. P saying Byram unable to cross with his left and therefore missing the pass. Another attack breaks down. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Firpo's not on. I don't think that they're trying to attack us too much. Their only threat seems to really be from set pieces, which obviously Byram's pretty good in the air at heading things away, but Firpo just adds so much more in terms of going forward on that left-hand side, which I don't think I ever thought I'd be saying a few years ago, but Firpo is someone who I really want to see come on at left back now in this game. Even Verber at left back, because Verber's a combination of the two, isn't he? Verber likes to get forward. He's got a powerful shot on him, and he can mix it up in the attack. He's not as good as Firpo, but he's also a good defender as well, and somebody who will get on the end of headers to defensively help out as well. So Verba wouldn't be the worst shout at left back either. But I do feel like we need to do something because, like Clive says, the attacks are breaking down because of the fact that Byram's unable to use his left foot, or unwilling to at least. Leeds just going to win that throw in there just inside Scott Parker's technical area. I want to see some more movement off that bench from Leeds. I think there's a little bit of tiredness creeping into some of the passing that we're doing, and yeah, is Melier. Ampadu. Rodon. Into the feet of Dan James. Oh, Dan James wiped out there by Fleming, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Isaac saying, I do understand the apprehension to change up the back line late in this game. You don't want to concede because you brought on a defender that hasn't had time to switch on. Yeah, there is that, but there's also the chance of bringing on Rothwell in central midfield and maybe putting Nonto on for Dan James or in the middle for Aronson. So there are other options to try and change this. Here's Aronson now. Ball out wide to Byram. Now Aronson. Gruev. Rodon. Dan James. Dan James goes past a player. He's got Aronson behind. Oh, sorry, Tanaka it is behind him. And now Aronson. Aronson into Bogle. Bogle inside the box. Oh, Bogle gets tackled there by Estev. Tries to do some step overs and go past him in the box there, but he's never going to get past a good championship defender like Estev doing that, and it's now a foul by Tanaka, and it's going to be a free kick to Burnley here. That free kick needs to be taken from miles back. Thank you, referee. Ball out to the right-hand side here. Anthony tries to put the ball in the box, and it's going to be a Leeds goal kick as Gruev's clearance hits Anthony himself, and it goes out for a Leeds goal kick. Oh, look, John Joe Shelvey and Nathan Redmond signed as a free agent. Here's Gruev. Now Ampadu with a long ball forward towards Ramazani, who's not quick enough to get on that, and he is quick, so not a great pass. Martin Cook saying, maybe if we send on an attacker against a rock-solid defensive line side, we make ourselves vulnerable. Looks like we are set up to match their solidity. Might be foolish to loosen our defence at this stage. Yeah, there is that, isn't there? But I don't know. Maybe it's just my mindset is that I would always want to go for the win. But then maybe that's why I'm not a professional football manager. This ball's going to go back to Trafford there, and he's going to be able to clear it. And Purdue heads that one away. Now Tanaka tries to head it on one more. Aronson complains he's being pulled at, but just get on with it, Aronson. Here's Riley. Oh, Jaden Anthony's gone down. Byram adjudged to have fouled him there. I think he just went through the back of him. Wow, Ruggy. Surely we'll be making another substitution. Like, even with what you're saying, Martin, bringing on Nonto for Dan James to give on fresh legs, that's not really going to compromise our defensive side, is it, really? Here's Brownhill out on the right-hand side. Gets a ball to Connor Roberts, but Tanaka's the first one to react and get the ball away. See, this is a good example of the kind of experience that Joel Peru has and that he did do well in this game, because when you look at what Mateo Joseph has done in this game, yes, obviously he's not been on anywhere near as the amount of time that Peru was on, but Joseph, playing against more tired defenders, has had much less of the ball. I don't even really remember Joseph touching the ball, to be honest. And so I think that Peru had done well to get himself involved. Oh, good ball there by Leeds. Aronson tries to poke it through one more. Leeds would have been in there, but the ball just got away from us. Wow, CB. Everyone's joining in now. Little flicked header there. Oh, the ball has gone there too. Aronson trying to get it forward. Here's Bogle coming into the box for Leeds. Bogle goes to shoot, blocked away, and it's going to be a Leeds corner kick here. Very close there for Leeds. Good running there by Bogle, and maybe you could just square that one to Aronson. Come on, Leeds. Let's whip one into the box. Get a big booming header on it and win 1-0. Take the 3 points. That would be great. Byram's waiting in there. Mateo Joseph, Ampadu, Rodon. Dan James is on the edge, and Gruev is the one who looks like he's going to be taking this one. Rodon's just kissing the back of Ampadu's neck at the moment. I think they need to concentrate on the game, personally. Ball into the box, headed, and now Dan James shoots! Just saved over the bar by Trafford. Really unlucky there. Great shot by Dan James, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. Another chance for Leeds to get a corner in then. Corner comes in, headed. Tanaka tries to keep it alive, and it's going to be a goal kick. Good strike from Dan James, wasn't it? It was straight at him when you see it. When you see the angle, it was straight at him. He just has to get a strong palm on it, but I think it was the first shot on target, yeah, from either side. Hannibal is coming on, not Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Majiri is coming on for Josh Brownhill. That was a more difficult shot to direct, though, wasn't it? On the volley, bouncing up. Bogle tries to clear that one, and it's going to come off Fleming's foot. And I think it's going to be Leeds throwing in our right back position. No, Hannibal from Man United, unfortunately. Leeds trying to win the ball back here. I'm just about on the halfway line. They do, though. Here's Gruev. And now Dan James sprinting with it. Gives the ball to Mateo Joseph out on the right-hand side. Mateo Joseph tries to play the ball across the box, and it's not It's been cut out there. Really poor from Joseph. Just stops the whole move. This is what I mean. I don't want to slag players off, but Joseph does nothing to help the team is what I'll say. 3 minutes added on, by the way. 20 seconds into that already, but I'll start the timer just so you get a general idea. We're about 20 seconds ahead of my timer here. Gruev's gone down here, which is very worrying considering I think he might be holding his knee. Yeah, we are playing for the draw because Gilavogi's the one coming on, not Rothwell. Unless you're going to slot Gilavogi between the two centre-backs and play 3 at the back and send everybody forward. But remember, guys, as well, if the final whistle goes, also don't let me know because I like to feel like there might still be a goal coming in. So just don't tell me. But Gruev's gone off and Gilavogi's come on. But like I said, don't tell me if the game's over because that's the same as telling me that there's no goals, if you get what I mean. I'm going to actually try not to look at the chat, but it moves here and I can see it go with a new chat and it makes me want to look and I can't. My eyes just want to look. Connor Robertson with a long throw in. Ampadu clears it. Mateo Joseph's trying to chase that one down. Trafford's come way out of his goal there to clear that one. He's not cleared it very far. Now Bogle can win that one back. Now Rodon. All the way back to Meslier. Rodon. Rodon. Come on, Leeds. We've got 45 seconds to get a goal. Cleared by Meslier. Says a lot, doesn't it, that their centre-backs won man of the match. Here's Dan James. Dan James tries to poke that one forward. I think it was a handball block there, but nothing been given. Tanaka now plays it forward. Good little flick by James here. Now Ramazani out on the left-hand side. Ramazani looks like he's going to try and come into the box here. Ramazani tries to square one. It's hit the side net and it's going to be a goal kick. So that's going to be the end of the game, surely. Now. Yeah, Ramazani, that's really poor. You've got to get us a corner there at least. But look, though, these are the type of games where you don't lose and you get promoted. Long ball forward here from the goal kick. And that's the final whistle. The other disappointing thing is that when it's a 0-0 like this, nobody's going to watch the match reaction. So prepare for 139 views on that one. I'm going to make one regardless, just so we can talk about what we've seen in the game and what potentially we might all need. Who do we have next? Because hopefully we can look forward to that one a little bit more. How boring is it being the team win the championship who concedes the least goals? Grow up. Cardiff at home at the weekend and then Coventry after that before the FA Cup to Millwall. So, look, thanks, Chewy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit in the match reaction about what I thought maybe we potentially could have done a bit better in this game. But this one has ended 0-0. Thank you so much for all the Leeds Lately members who joined us, who continue to contribute monthly to the channel. Thank you, of course, to all of our non-members. And, of course, thank you ever so much to those of you who left Super Chats. I really, really do appreciate those so much. They really contribute towards keeping this channel going. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. There'll be a match reaction up shortly, and then at the weekend, of course, there'll be a watch-along as well, and a match reaction for that. And by the weekend, there will be the transfer window will be at an end, won't it? Or is it on Monday it ends, maybe? So hopefully we might have signed somebody by then and we can do some videos on how they might slot into the Leeds United system. But thanks everybody so much for joining me. Thank you, all of you, for spending your time with me this evening whilst we watch Leeds. And yeah, I mean, it's a point. It's a fairly good point. Keeps us at the top of the championship table, keeps them away from us. It's not a loss against a team who do not concede goals. So it's not the end of the world. That's what we'll say. It's not the end of the world. Thanks everybody so much for joining me, and I shall see you in the next one.